Hi, this is King of Review. Solve the system of inequalities by graphing. Negative 2x plus 2y is less than or equal to negative 6, and 8x plus 10y is greater than 1. So we'll first start by putting each of these inequalities in the slope-intercept form. The slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where m is equal to the slope and b is equal to the y-intercept. And the reason we put it into the slope-intercept form is because it makes it easier to graph that way. So this first inequality here, when we rearrange it so that it's in the slope-intercept form, we get y is less than or equal to x minus 3. And then when we rearrange the second inequality and put it into the slope-intercept form, we get y is greater than negative 4/5 x plus 1/10. Now let's graph these on an axis. So here's our x-axis and our y-axis. So we'll first graph the first inequality. Y is less than or equal to x minus 3. Because it's a less than or equal to sign, we know we'll use a solid line when graphing this. So let's look at the y-intercept. The y-intercept is negative 3. So here's negative 3, and here's the y-intercept. Now let's look at the slope. The slope is the number in front of the x, and in this case it's a 1, so that means up 1 over 1. So up 1 over 1 from our y-intercept would put us right here. So that's negative 2 for the y and 1 for the x. So here's our next point. Now, since we have 2 points, we can go ahead and connect them with a straight line. And this line again is solid. Now let's determine which side of the line to shade. We can do this by plugging in a point. Let's use the point 0, 0, and we'll plug this into our original inequality here. Negative 2x plus 2y is less than or equal to negative 6. So we have negative 2 times 0 plus 2 times 0 is less than or equal to negative 6. We're trying to determine if this is true. This gives us 0 is less than or equal to negative 6. Is this true? No, 0 is not less than or equal to negative 6. Therefore, we know that the point 0, 0 is not part of our solution. So we'll shade the side of the line that does not include the point 0, 0. So we'll shade like this. Okay, now we can graph our second inequality. And I'll graph this one in red so that we can see the difference. So we'll start with the y-intercept. And in this case, our y-intercept is 1 over 10. So if we have 1 here, 1 over 10 is right about here. And then we have a negative slope. Our slope is negative 4/5. So that means we'll go down 4 and over 5. So when we do that, our next point will be somewhere around here. And this is 5 here. And because we have a greater than sign here, we know that our line is going to be a dotted line. So let's connect our 2 red points with a dotted line. Okay, there's our line, and now we'll need to determine which side of the line to shade. And again, we'll use a point. Let's use the point 0, 0, and we'll plug this point into our second inequality here. So we have 8x plus 10y is greater than 1, and plugging in the point 0, 0, we have 8 times 0 plus 10 times 0 is greater than 1, and we're trying to find out if this is true or not. When we solve, we get 0 is greater than 1. Is this true? No, this is not true. Therefore, we know that 0, 0 is not in the solution set. So we'll shade the side of the line that does not include the point 0, 0. So we'll shade up like this. The area where the shaded regions of the two inequalities overlap is the solution. So letter C is correct. Thanks for watching.